Gering School Board is looking at ways to save the district money, and one option on the table is offering early retirement packages. KNEB.TV News starts right now.
From your trusted source for news in western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming, this is KNEB.TV News. Presented by Platte Valley Companies, premier provider of financial services.
Hello, I'm Ryan Murphy. This is KNEB.TV News, powered by Platte Valley Companies. Thanks for joining me. In our top story, faced with a tightening budgetary picture, the Gering School Board of Education has authorized the district to offer an early voluntary severance program for teachers this year. The early retirement package would be primarily aimed at those teachers who are within a few years of becoming eligible for full retirement. Board President B.J. Peters says the district has been looking closely the past several months at the future impact of declining enrollment and a squeeze on funding.
Levy-wise, we don't have a whole lot of tax flexibility, rely heavily on state aid, and COVID just kind of made that situation just a little bit more tenuous for us.
He says the district is anticipating between $250,000 and $300,000 to pay for the cost of the early retirement packages, the full details of which will be presented to educators in the coming days. But help with health care benefits is a significant component. Applications for the program are expected to undergo review beginning in mid-March. Well, a midday accident in Scottsbluff sends a Scottsbluff woman to the hospital after crashing her vehicle into a fence on 2nd Avenue. Around 12:30 p.m. Wednesday, Scottsbluff police and fire responded to a two-vehicle accident in the 1600 block of 2nd Avenue. Captain Lance Kite says Crystal Westfallen was driving a red Honda CR-V and 90-year-old Ruth Jones was driving a gold Buick Century, both northbound on 2nd Avenue. As Westfallen was attempting to turn into a driveway on 2nd Avenue, Jones tried to pass on the right. Well, Jones's vehicle struck the CR-V and then crashed through a fence on the east side of the road. Firefighters worked to extricate Jones from the Buick, and she was able to walk to the ambulance. Paramedics loaded Jones into the ambulance and took her to the hospital to get checked out after complaining about chest pains. No citations have been issued at this time. Well, coming up after the break, the cold temperatures are here. The weather will tell us if any snow will be blowing in as well. Let's get your Thursday evening forecast right after this on KNEB.TV News.
At Platte Valley Bank, we realize the way people want to bank in the future may be different than it has been. As comfort levels and desires vary by person, banking may be different for some, yet not for others. We offer the best of both worlds, a traditional banking experience with our friendly tellers and an online or mobile banking option with features that you can personalize and utilize anytime, anywhere you go. So you can bank how you want, when you want, and from where you want to. Platte Valley Bank.
Scale Sales and Service is the one-stop shop for all your weighing needs, from laboratory calibration, packing houses, livestock, and truck sales. It's a full-service scale company from solutions to installation and 24/7 emergency service support. Scale Sales and Service is there for you because your business is their priority. Servicing 7 states with headquarters in Omaha. Scale Sales and Service, your partner for all your weighing needs. Find us today at 247scales.com.
No matter what the groundhog says, you'll be mowing before you know it this spring. The best way to make sure you're ready for the first blades of grass is to take advantage of Sandberg Honda's Spring Tune-Up Special. From now until May 31st, schedule your lawnmower tune-up and receive free pickup and delivery in Scottsbluff and Gering. As a bonus, schedule service by March 10th and save with the Early Bird Special. Call Sandberg Honda at 436-2179 for details and to schedule your spring lawnmower tune-up today.
This is KNEB.TV weather from the KNEB Storm Center, your trusted source for weather.
Well, we're going to be mostly cloudy here as we go through the evening hours. Partly cloudy, I guess, and then clouds will be on the increase as we go through the early morning hours tomorrow, and it's going to be a cloudy day. Winds are certainly not going to be calm, but down from where they were earlier today. Really is a complicated 7-day forecast. We have lots of moving parts in there. This cold air that is out here in the regions kind of oscillate around, come in and out and in and out over the course of the next 7 days. May mean morning highs and temperatures warming after dark sometimes as that cold air front moves through and retreats. The coldest air, I think, certainly looks like it's going to be next week, and really not much snow expected here locally. Yesterday we hit 67 degrees, missed that record by just 2. 24 was our low temperature. Look at that record low, 35 below. That's held up now 120 plus years. We registered 1/100th of an inch of moisture in the rain gauge. We're now up to 100th for the month of February. Still less than half of where we should be. This is that cold air mass right here that I'm talking about. We've got 13 in Watertown, 20 in Sioux Falls. Still pretty cold into the 20s here in Norfolk. Now, if this moves further to the south and west, which it's going to do, how far to the southwest it gets on a continual basis is really going to impact how cold temperatures are going to be here across the region. You can see we've got some upper 20s to near 30 here in the northern panhandle, again, as you get closer to that boundary, and mid 30s for the rest of us here across the region. Winds are a little gusty as well. Winds at 20, 25 miles an hour in some areas. That's dropping wind chills down into the teens and low 20s. Certainly a colder feel to the air out there this afternoon. Getting on the bus tomorrow at 26 degrees. We'll have quite a few clouds out there and even more in the way of clouds on the way home. 39 degrees, as there will certainly be well more clouds than there is sun around tomorrow. So tonight we're going to have just a few light snow showers off to the north of us. Primarily quiet in our region and just a few clouds. We'll call it partly cloudy as we go through the overnight hours. Lows are going to really not move much down into the low to mid 20s here across the region. Now for tomorrow, we're going to have some clouds to start the day, a little bit of sun, and then more clouds move in across the region late tomorrow. Now, late tomorrow night, we're going to throw in a few isolated snow showers. You'll see a disturbance move across here that will produce a very little bit of light snow across the region. We'll show you some accumulations. Again, here in the immediate area, not going to be a lot. Now, high temperatures, these will probably be early, and we'll probably see some falling of these temps in the afternoon, but we've got us near 40 in some areas. Moisture is going to happen with this storm system. It's going to be limited to just a few hundredths. The exception is probably going to be down here around Ogallala over towards North Platte. We may get a couple 4 inches of snow in that region. Lesser amounts here as you come into the north and west and closer to our region. Most everybody probably going to get an inch or less out of this storm system. And then beyond that, with the next set of systems, you can see all the models are trending everything off to the east of us with that heavier snow. And again, unfortunately, we can't seem to buy it much moisture here in the immediate area. So tonight, 25 with decreasing winds. Tomorrow, again, we're going to call it 42 for a high with more clouds than sun, 10 to 15 mile an hour winds. And then our 7-day forecast. Again, it's tricky. We've got temps hovering around that freezing mark Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and then down around the 20-degree mark for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. But to give you an example, certainly on Sunday, it looks like that might be another day that colder air pushes in. That 31-degree high might happen in the morning, and temps falling into the teens by the afternoon. And it's possible to start part of Monday that way as well, and then warming up as we get closer to the weekend. All in all, a very active 7-day forecast.
At 21st Century Equipment, we're proud to introduce the new Build Your Own tool. Build the John Deere you've been wanting and see how affordable it really is. Visit 21stcenturyequipment.net to build your own compact utility tractor, mower, or gator. It's easy to add implements, attachments, and view financing options. Build the exact tractor for your needs at a price you can afford, all from the comfort and safety of home, with the new Build Your Own tool at 21stcenturyequipment.net.
At Elite Physical Therapy, we provide preventative and rehabilitative treatments that maximize function and promote well-being for patients of all ages. With 2 locations in Scottsbluff and Gearing, we offer the convenience of you choosing your location with the same great services no matter where you go. stop into one of our locations today, in Scottsbluff at 214 West 27th Street or in Gearing at 10th and M Street, and see what Elite Physical Therapy can do for you. Treatment you need and care you deserve.
Some people think Allstate only protects your car. Here's the truth. Allstate can also protect your home or apartment, as well as your boat, motorcycle, RV, and snowmobile, and even your retirement and your life. Not many insurance companies can say that, but Allstate can.
Bundle and save with Allstate. In Gearing, call Allstate agent Michael Engelhop for a quote today at 308-436-2123.
Highlights from the up-and-coming Arrow Crown Angus video sale on DV Auctions. 6 o'clock p.m. Friday, February 9th. Head on over to dvauction.com to view the over 30 lots to be offered for sale. Any questions? Give Brian Rice a call at 308-641-2600. Welcome back. Investigation into a stolen Nebraska lottery ticket ends with the arrest of a 44-year-old Gering man on weapons and theft charges. Gering police say they were notified of a panic alarm at a convenience store Tuesday afternoon, and on arrival were told by dispatchers the clerk had been notified by the State Lottery Commission that someone inside was trying to cash in a stolen ticket. Investigators say once inside, the clerk identified William Sanchez as the person trying to cash the ticket, and also told officers that lottery officials said in addition to the ticket, they were looking for a truck and stolen firearm. Sanchez claimed another person gave him the ticket and left to a nearby motel, and after he was arrested, Sanchez admitted to having a gun in his coat pocket. Investigators retrieved a .22 caliber pistol, later confirming the firearm and a purse had been reported stolen out of Cheyenne County. The pickup was found a few blocks away, and Sanchez was arrested on felony charges of firearms by possession of a prohibited person and possession of a stolen firearm, as well as misdemeanor charges of carrying a concealed weapon and theft by receiving stolen property less than $500. Bond in the case was set at $150,000 with a 10% provision. Well, a new show at the West Nebraska Arts Center kicking off tonight. Shabella Guzman has that story.
The West Nebraska Arts Center will present several miniatures from the Smalltalk Society this month. The exhibit will be part of the opening reception February 4th from 5 to 7 p.m. Judy Garles, a member of the Smalltalk Society, explained more on the society.
We just like the fun of creating something that out of nothing, I guess. We use a lot of cardboard and little bits of fabrics and a lot of beads and sequins. We have a lot of fun. Our styles are all different, so all of our things look different than the other person's. So it's just fun to see what other people come up with. It's a creative outlet.
Among the miniatures is a display of the French Quarter by Smalltalk Society member Judy Widmar. She talked about how she put together the piece.
There are artisans that make these dolls, and there's a number of them around here, and a man and his wife did the little bird cage, and a Russian miniaturist made the cute little chair at the back. I painted the fireplace.
The miniature display is in the Bronson Gallery, and in the main gallery will be the 39th annual image exhibit. Both exhibits open February 4th with a reception from 5 to 7. The reception will include wine, appetizers, and refreshments. There will also be baskets available for purchase as a one-night Valentine's Day special. I'm Chabella Guzman in Scottsbluff with KNEB.TV News.
And a bill to boost training requirements for Nebraska law enforcement officers has won key support from some of the state's largest police groups, but smaller agencies balked at the cost and other measures designed to increase transparency face stiff resistance. Organizations representing Omaha police officers and Nebraska police chiefs endorsed a proposal that would require a minimum of 40 hours of training for officers every year, up from the current 20. The measure would also ban police chokeholds, mandate psychological evaluations for new hires, bar departments from employing officers before they are certified, and require agencies to adopt use of force policies. Well, straight ahead, Chris Cottrell had a busy day yesterday with a slew of area signings. He'll have some of those highlights right after this at the Sports Desk.
Orthopedics is key to managing and treating bone and joint pain, which most of us experience in our lifetime. Morrill County Community Hospital and their clinics are here to help. Mikhail Taylor, MD, is now welcoming new patients from hand surgery, sports medicine, and fractures and injuries. Mikhail Taylor is specialized in upper and lower extremities, and with her expertise, you're assured the highest quality health care service possible. Our dedicated team is committed to you and our community every time. At Morrill County Community Hospital, Bridgeport, Nebraska, exceptional care right here at home.
Many people count on space heaters and electric blankets to help stay warm in the winter. Here are a few safety tips. Space heaters need space all around them. Only buy space heaters that are tested and labeled by a national recognized facility. Before using a space heater or electric blanket, inspect the cord for cracks or warm spots. Finally, turn off electric blankets when not in use. Space heaters and electric blankets can provide needed comfort or can be deadly if not used with care. So use caution this winter season. This message is brought to you by Roosevelt Public Power District, your touchstone energy partner, the power of human connections.
For more than 162 years, FNBO has been with you where you are. A bank committed to helping you earn more and save more, so you can do more, both big and small. It's what you can expect from the Great Big Small Bank.
Now, sports from the FNBO Sports Desk. FNBO, the Great Big Small Bank.
Local athletes signing to continue their academic and athletic careers. That is the focus for today here at the Sports Desk. Had 5 different athletes locally to cover yesterday. Today, we'll drill down on 3 of those 5. All 3 today, Scottsbluff High School football players. The first 2 signed together yesterday afternoon. That'd be Nick Mogg and Tyler Smith. Let's start with Mogg, one of the top defensive players in all of Class B. He's heading to South Dakota School of Mines.
One thing that I find important in a future school that I'd like to go to is having both the academic and athletic portions in equal margins. Up at South Dakota School of Mines, they have a fantastic academic program as well as a up-and-coming athletic program.
How about some memories for Mogg and his time with this Bearcat program? And then we'll check in with Scottsbluff head coach Judd Hall to get some thoughts on his stud defensive lineman.
I think what stands out most is that for 2 years in a row, we were able to be dominant on the field and we're able to go on to the highest level of high school football for Division II, for Class B, yeah. And we were able to make it all the way to the state game, even though we didn't win. We were able to play every single game that season when we were able to fight and pull games out that we may not have been winning the first half, but we're able to stick it out and make it through.
Yeah, and I think Nick would have every opportunity to play right away at South Dakota Mines. I'm not sure what their philosophy is as far as bringing in their younger guys. I know it's a very rigorous academic school, so maybe they want to get those guys their feet wet as they're trying to play and go to school up there to start with. But I think Nick's going to have a very successful career at South Dakota Mines.
Seated next to Mogg yesterday was another lineman for Scottsbluff. That's Tyler Smith. He inked with Chadron State.
Honestly, just the coaching staff. It was just a great first connection with those guys and felt very homely. And I couldn't pass up the facilities. They were probably some of the better I've seen on some visits, and so that was kind of my decision maker.
Smith is the definition of a tough guy who's flown under the radar with all the talent at Scottsbluff over the last few years, starting center and D lineman. So much history with line play at Scottsbluff, and a ton of that success starts with this fine coaching staff.
It's been a blessing to have so many coaches, assistant coaches, teach me how to be a better person and athlete. So I'm very thankful for that.
Kid that has worked for a long time to put himself in this position, and that's just a testament to him that hard work does pay off, and if you set your goals high, you can attain them. So very, very proud of Tyler and what he's been able to accomplish as well.
The strength of the Scottsbluff team this past season coming in was the offensive line, and the third Bearcat to sign, this one last night, was a starting offensive tackle. Tony Mokiak is signed with one of the top junior college programs in the country at Iowa Western.
Hit their program and their facilities is just to top of the line when I went there, and it just felt like a home, and I just felt like it was the right place to be.
Mokiak did not become a starter until his senior season, but his emotion and passion last night came through crystal clear as to what his goals are at the next level.
My goal is to stay there for 1 year and just hope to go D1 the next year.
There's people that like football, and then there's people that love football, and Tony's one of those kids that loves football. Loves the competition aspect of it, so I definitely think they're going to get that every day that Tony steps on the practice field and on the game field. It's a kid that loves football and is going to compete at a high level.
A trio of Scottsbluff Bearcat linemen signing yesterday to continue their careers in college. Next week, the focus turns to Morrill's Isaiah Garou. He signed to play football at Chadron State. We'll also check in on Gering's Maddie Weiss, who's set to take her softball talents to Oklahoma Wesleyan. We'll feature both those student athletes next week on KNEB.TV. Plenty of high school basketball and WNCC volleyball this weekend on the network. You can check the broadcast calendar on the website for details. We're excited to have 4 games on Saturday from the Western Trails Conference basketball tournaments right here on KNEB.TV. That is the latest today from the FNBO TV Sports Desk. I'm Chris Cottrell. Ryan coming back with more right after this on KNEB.TV.
For more than 162 years, FNBO has been with you where you are. A bank committed to helping you earn more and save more, so you can do more, both big and small. It's what you can expect from the great big small bank.
Hi, I'm Michelle Perkins of RE/MAX Regency. After branching out, I've returned home to my roots, to the land from which I came and my family has held for 5 generations.
Michelle truly understands what home means and treats you like family as she guides you through the buying and selling process, bringing the latest pricing tools that are not currently being used in this area to sell your home at the highest price in the least amount of time, and to ensure that you do not overpay when buying.
So just give me a call, kick back, RE/MAX, and settle down.
When it comes to helping local folks with the loans and financial advice they need, we don't horse around. Our only goal is to help you and your family achieve your financial goals with the right loans and savings products. So if you want to bank with people that care about you and your financial needs, stop by or give us a call. First State Bank. We're big on you. Member FDIC. Online at fsbcentral.com.
Well, let's take a look at what's happening on today's community calendar. That's a look at today's community calendar, brought to you by First State Bank, honoring those who give back. Nominate your community champion at fsbcentral.com.
We do two pictures just like we've done in the past, one straight down and one from the side, but it's better in the fact that they're going to get called back less, there's greater accuracy, and it's a lot easier to find it in dense breasts. A woman should start getting their mammos at age 40 every year, and 1 in 8 people get breast cancer, so it's the best way to find it is early detection.
At Platte Valley Investment Center, we believe in personalized planning for your financial goals.
As your retirement income partners, our concern for your success combined with resources from Raymond James can help you make confident decisions for your financial future.
Our team of financial advisors will help you make your money work just as hard as you did to earn it. After all, our goal is to help you reach your financial goals.
Call me, Jody Rosiska, or Kevin Fig, Financial Advisors, to set up your free, no obligation pre-retirement review.
And finally tonight, the 36th annual K&B Farm and Ranch Expo kicks off tomorrow at the Mitchell Event Center. And K&B Promotions Director Kendra Feather says this year's event will be a little bit different than in years past.
We still are going to have a good variety of vendors. We have over 80 vendors from 9 different states. And when you walk in the door, we're going to say masks are expected. You know, that's what we are required to do, and we want to follow protocol with the health department. We are an approved event. And the doors open at 8 o'clock on Friday, lasts till 5, and then Saturday it's from 9 to 3.
She says the logistics were a little more difficult to manage this year, but is confident it will be another great show.
It has been like playing Jenga, like for the last 2 weeks with our map, but we're going to have a great show. We want it to be successful for those vendors because a lot of them have had to have a lot of shows canceled that they attend. And we're just happy to be able to put this event on and make it safe and successful for everybody involved.
Admission is free, masks are strongly encouraged, and we hope to see you out there on Friday and Saturday. Well, that does it for us this time. Thank you so much for tuning in. Stay safe out there. We'll see you here next time.